Hi everyone, TradewithBolu here from TradewithBolu Online Services, and I'll be taking you on the weekly analysis from the 29th of November 2021 to the 3rd of December 2021. Alright, so we'll be analyzing as pairs today. We'll be analyzing EURUSD, USDCHF, GBPUSD, USDJPY, USTECHCASH, and USDZARD. Alright, as you can notice here, we'll be analyzing with the moving averages. Alright, so first of all, starting with a risk warning, trading leverage products such as Forex and derivatives may not be suitable for all investors as they carry a high degree of risk to your capital. So if you please pause this video and take a good look at this, ensure you fully understand what you're doing before proceeding. Alright, and you continue to watch this video is an indication that you agree to the terms and conditions as stated above. Okay, moving on to the USD currency index, which is also known as dollar. The DXY, which is the dollar strength, all right, because most of the pairs that we just stated would be pegged, actually pegged to the dollar, and we would like to know how strong that dollar is for the week. All right, so from the BMS, as we spoke about earlier, breaking off at this point, all right, with a nice retest, we anticipated this uptrend, all right, as we have it here on the market, all right, over the previous weeks, all right, and this past week we had this pretty nice bearish momentum, all right, that came up there, and you could see this strong buying pressure, all right, that followed that. All right, first a doji, then after that, we're having this hammer here, all right, looking nice there, going up. All right, so what we're expecting, the candle is still building up, all right, and what we're expecting is that we have the nice trend continuation. There's of course a trend line here which I didn't want to draw, all right, it just keeps things more professional. So we would have we are actually anticipating a nice reversal as the continuation of the trend. This kind of broke off this, you know there's a miniature trend line here, all right, but it broke that off, all right, and continued down, but it's just a deep retracement. That's what we call a deep retracement, all right, and we could clear that out with Fibonacci tools, all right, and also trend lines, all right, and supports and resistances in most cases. All right, so what we're expecting here is a pretty nice reversal and continuation of the uptrend as that above. All right, so excuse me, what we do is that we check the Forex factory, all right, to know the pairs that will have the least impact of news for the week. All right, as you can see there, the ones on green are the lowest impacts, the ones on red are the highest impact. All right, so we advise, all right, that if you do not know how to trade the news, you best stay out of the market when you have high impact news. All right, but if you know how to trade the news, that's awesome for you. All right, so that's what we have there to the 3rd of December as anticipated. All right, so you have there on, for example, on Monday we're having Canadian dollar, pretty high impacted by the news by 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. all right, but this is an Asian pair, all right, so that's awesome. All right, you trade it within 1 a.m. all right to 9 a.m. best. All right, so that's pretty awesome. All right, you don't have to worry about that. All right, so you have the USD by 3 p.m. and that's pretty much disturbing. All right, because we have US sessions starting by 2, and some other news on the USD and GBP as new comes up. So like we said earlier, if you do not know how to trade the news, please stay out of the market. But if you know how to trade the news, that's awesome for you. All right, so but tomorrow we'll be having a pretty smooth beginning, all right, till 2 p.m. we will have a bit of disruption, and then but 5 p.m. are good. All right, since low as usual. All right, so you could check the Forex calendar to know a bit more about trading time zones and all that, and that's part of the training that we offer at TradewithBolu Online Services. Part of our courses, we have the basic course, we have the advanced course, and we have the professional course, all right, which will guide you through all these things with different trading strategies and help you understand and make profit off the Forex markets. All right, we also have courses on binary that could help you also understand how to trade the binary market as well. All right, so starting off with the EURUSD, all right, remember we'll be analyzing with the moving averages today. All right, so it is the 4-hour time frame, all right, and you could see from previous price data that we normally have a break off and then a retest and continuation of that trend, especially on the EURUSD. All right, although there are fake breakouts at times, like here we had a fake breakout, and we still had a pretty nice continuation of the trend. All right, but be sure of one thing. All right, when price breaks off the 18 EMA, 50 EMA, and 200 SMA. All right. So when the price breaks off the 18 EMA, it's going to retest the 50 EMA. All right. And when it breaks off the 50 EMA, then we're sure it's heading up for the 200 moving average. All right. So that's exactly what we have in expectation and anticipation here right now. And you can see pretty nice bullish momentum that broke off. If we're actually using a normal chart, all right, without indicators, excuse me, we have what we call a BMS here. All right, that's when price breaks market structure. Either is in a downtrend and breaks off the previous lower high, all right, and then starts building up higher highs. All right, so that's exactly what we have there. So in anticipation, in terms of pips expectancy, sorry, this is what we have in the market. Let me get that up for you guys so you can see that we have about roughly 200 pips. Right, remember I didn't get this all down there, so 200 pips, roughly 200 pips in anticipation for this week. All right, so all you need to do is to wait for a retest on the 50 EMA before you get into this. All right, there should be a retest all along the development of the price as of the coming days. So moving on to USDCHF, all right, we have a pretty nice rebounds on the 200 moving average, as you could see here, and what we're expecting is a simple continuation of this trend. All right, it didn't break it off, and you can see this strong buying pressure, all right, there forming this week. All right, so what is simply expecting is a nice reversal of it, as you know, we'll be having the US dollar being pretty strong here. All right, so we'll be having the US dollar being with a very nice bullish move this week. So that's exactly what we're expecting from there. All right, a pretty nice reversal. All right, and in terms of pips expectancy, we have about 142 pips, all right, in this coming week. So that's it for the USDCHF, that's the US dollar against the Canadian franc. All right, and moving on to the GBPUSD, here we have exactly, you know, a nice retest as anticipation, all right, to the 50 moving average and a continuation of the downtrend. All right, I'm a bit skeptical although, because of where we have our price right now. You can check this out. All right, you have this as a major resistance zone. Sorry, let me draw that out so you could see. Resistance is a zone, not a line. All right, so we have that at times. So you have this. I don't want to continue on and on. You could see the continuation of the same price region. All right, but it's a very, very key zone, and you could see the strong buying pressure that came straight after a bearish momentum. All right, so I'm a bit skeptical about this zone. All right, yes, we'll be having a pretty nice retest to this 18 moving average, all right, and maybe the 50, but this downtrend continues. All right, I'm pretty skeptical about this price region, because we could have a nice reversal there, and that would actually break off the 50 moving average and turn into an uptrend. All right, but in terms of pips expectancy, we have from 100 pips to 235 pips expectancy for this week, and always breaks off. As for the GBPUSD, it never tests like exactly perfectly, so we could have over 260 pips expectancy for the GBPUSD this coming week. All right, so what you simply do, all right, you could get an entry there. Awesome. All right, but most likely there will be another candle that will form that might retest this resistance zone before pulling up back there. So that's what you're expecting. Remember, this is on the daily time frame. All right, so that's pretty much a lot of momentum. All right, so very, very important. Moving on to the GBPUSD. All right, we've had a pretty nice bearish momentum. All right, and like I said, you know, from the USD analysis that we had earlier, you could see the strong bullish momentum that came up from the dollar. So I'm sure that's pretty much what caused this bullish candle that was forming immediately after the long bearish candle. So what we're expecting from this market is just a very key thing. Take note of this key resistance level. All right, very, very important. I would say support level, because the overall price in an uptrend. All right, but take take keynote of this resistance, this support level. All right, very important, because we would have a pretty nice bounce off that price region and continue, because after the BMS we didn't have a retest. All right, and you know, price just coming down straight like that, will just come for a retest, like a deep retracement, just like we said earlier, and continue its market momentum. So what we're expecting here is that in terms of pips expectancies is over 265 pips. All right, in terms of pips expectancies. So that's pretty awesome for the GBP USDJPY. Remember, we analyzed the USD index. All right, that gave us a pretty much bullish momentum for the dollar this coming week. All right, so moving on to the US Tech Cash. All right, also known as the Nasdaq. We have a pretty nice uptrend. All right, if you've not been following up our analysis, all right, we'll be giving a pretty nice entry calls, all right, over the previous months. All right, and you know, this was one of our trade calls here, and also here we spoke about this bearish momentum, pretty much a lot of calls. All right, and if you got in at this point, all right, you are actually trading over 2,657 pips right now. All right, I was fortunate enough to get in at this price region. All right, pretty awesome, still trading it all well. And you know, you could also ensure you keep watching our analysis for the latest updates on the market. All right, to know how to have an expectancy for the week in short. All right, so what we are expecting for the US Tech Cash this week, all right, as you could see here, it broke off the 18 EMA. All right, and the moving average setup for the US Tech Cash, I personalized it a bit differently because it's an indices. All right, so it functions a bit differently. All right, so we have the, just so you guys have the setting here, we have the 200 exponential, we have the 50 smoothed, and we have the 18 exponential as well. All right, so that's exactly the setting for the US Tech Cash as we have it here. And I basically check it on the daily because, like I said, it's an indices. All right, and it's more of a it follows the trend. All right, so once it takes a trend, it follows that trend. As you can see, an uptrend all the way there. So what we're expecting for the week is a pretty nice retest to the 15 moving average. All right, and continuation, although this is pretty sudden, because you could see here, once it retests, we have a very long momentum before another retest. All right, and we had that short that same short retest here, short bullish momentum, sorry, here, and it continued again, and then it continued again. So after breaking off the 18 exponential EMA, all right, we're expecting a pretty nice retest to this 50 SMA. All right, and a continuation of our uptrend. All right, so that's exactly what we're expecting for the US Tech Cash. So just watch out for a retest. All right, so this 15 EMA, then make your entry, second reversal candle after a bearish momentum, and then you're good to go. Sorry. So for the US Tech Cash, sorry, USDZAR, all right, we analyzed. I'm just giving you guys another heads up on one of the previous analysis we did. So we analyzed it around this region. Spoke about this triangle that was building up here. Sorry, get that up. Get a rectangle exactly. Okay, so we spoke about this. All right, triangle here, a nice breakout, as you can see there. All right, and before that triangle, we spoke about the BMS alcohol at this point, an entry that came in here. And if you are in, you should have you should be in pretty nice profits right now. All right, because the TP1 has been taken out, which was around here. That was the TP1. This was the TP2 region, and then we have the TP3. And then TP4 finally here, which is over pretty much a lot of pips. All right, I don't want to count that. So you are trading in nice profits right now. That's awesome. But as we noted earlier, as we said earlier, please take note of this key resistance level. All right, very, very important, as you can see previous price data. All right, and very, very important as we continue on. So we can have the price break off it and continue to our TP3 and then finally TP4 as we clear out. All right, you could see already the selling pressure that came immediately interacted with the resistance level. Very, very important. All right, guys, take note of that. So that will be all we'll be analyzing on the market today. All right, hope you have a nice week on the forex market and enjoy your trading week. Thank you.